All right, so in life update, today is November 21st. Um, I have been for a couple months now contemplating what I'm gonna do with my apartment. My lease is up at the end of December. I have, like a 2-month trip abroad planned for January and February, probably another one in April or May. And so I'm like, okay, do I want to keep this apartment and pay double rent like I did last year where I was paying rent in Aruba and rent here? Do I want to get a roommate, or do I want to just give up this apartment and, probably extend my travels, or when I come back home, I can stay with one of my friends until I find something else. Um, so I've just been like kind of overwhelmed with this. And then there's other family things going on with the Venezuelan immigration process. And so just a lot of different things. So I was on the phone with Michael Jessen one day trying to catch up, and come to find out he's selling his house, and he had like an interested buyer, and he's like, yeah, so now I gotta find somewhere else to go. He's like, I want to stay in Connecticut. And he's like, I still want to have a home in Connecticut. There's a lot of business for me in like New York and Boston and everything. So talking, I was like, well, listen, I've actually been contemplating about what I'm gonna do, like if I need a roommate or if I should just give up my apartment, or what I'm gonna do. And I was like, let's just be fucking roommates. Let's just be roommates. You travel a lot, I travel a lot. Like, it's the perfect scenario. Like, we've both been on TV, so if either of us film again, like, we understand it. Like, so cool. So works out. And this is after like I had, my landlord, we sat down and talked. She was like, listen, I do have to raise the rent again. Everything. And I was like, well, can I look for a roommate? She said, yeah, of course. The lease will still stay under your name, but you can add a roommate if you'd like. And okay, cool. When Sinja and I first moved in, we had talked about the possibility of getting a pet. And so she had added a small pet under 25 pounds negotiable. So I'm not thinking this is a problem. So talk with Michael, everything seems to be set. Now we're talking about like, what from his house he needs to bring here and everything. And, a few days go by. I've just also like at work and I'm doing a lot. So I finally texted the landlord, hey, I have a great roommate, older businessman, I've been friends with, recently divorced, yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. And I'm like, and then I sent a picture. I'm like, it's him and his dog, Frank. And she says, no dogs allowed. I'm like, what? So I like give it a couple days. Michael and I talk, trying to figure out, we come up with like an offer of, some compensation that we can be like, is this like a reasonable pet fee? Like, is it the money that's holding this back? Lo and behold, it wasn't the money. She was like, what do you not understand? Like, and then she explained to me like what she never explained to me about like, just dogs and barking and whatever. So no, I didn't understand that, because I'm assuming it's just a money issue, like not anything else. Anyway, so that has now thrown me through a loop. Where am I living? What am I saying? What am I doing? So now like there's different options. So I have a couple apartments I'm trying to look at to see if maybe Michael and I will just move into another apartment. I have a couple people coming to check out this apartment. So I added it just yesterday. It had a lot of interest. So I have a couple people coming to look at it on Tuesday. And then the other option is I just pack everything up, put it in storage, and leave to Colombia in January and figure it out after. So yeah, happy holiday season.